What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nasher. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now less than 220 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is basically today's video. But the question of the day is this: among the card as it sits now, what are your guys' predictions for the 2025 Royal Rumble? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I mean, today's video, it is literally prediction season for the Royal Rumble. And this is weird because because normally it would be right around this time that we would get the Royal Rumble, literally the end of January. But this year we're getting it at the beginning of February, which is kind of crazy to say the very least. But all it means is that we are now on the road to WrestleMania 41. If you guys thought that last year's WrestleMania was crazy, I can pretty much almost guarantee you that this year's WrestleMania, when it's in Vegas, it is only going to get more and more interesting from there. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking these off is for the WWE Tag Team titles between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Here's the thing, right? The last time the tag titles were ever defended on a PLE, ironically enough, was last year's WrestleMania, when both the Raw and SmackDown tag titles were defended in a I believe it was a 6-pack ladder match. I think it was. I need to look back on my card. Let's see. Yeah, literally it was a 6-pack challenge between the Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, New Day, A-Town Down Under, and of course New Catch Republic. Think about this: throughout all of 2024, we have had exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have had 18 premium live events in 2024. Yeah, 2024, we had 18 premium live events. This proves that WWE is thriving like it's never thrived before. And this PLE, Royal Rumble 2025, is going to be insane. because not only is this the first time that the tag team titles will be defended on a PLE since last year's WrestleMania, but think about this: both the men's and the women's Royal Rumble matches, which we will get to that in a bit, is going to be we'll have nothing but all-stars. which I will get to that in a bit. But this is the crazy thing about the battle between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. These two teams have known each other for a while. Obviously, it's been well documented that both Alex Shelley and Johnny Gargano knew each other prior to their time in WWE. Obviously, Johnny Gargano was trained by ironically enough, Alex Shelley, and it's weird because I never would have imagined DIY pulling the stunt that they did when they became tag team champions the second time around. So I mean, but it is what it is. It's a dog-eat-dog world in the world of professional wrestling. So obviously you got to do what you got to do to try and get to the top. But this is huge because this will be the Machine Guns' first PLE in WWE. This will be their PLE debut, and for them, it's a lot of pressure. Excuse me. It's a lot of pressure for them because they've never been in an environment like the Royal Rumble or something like a WrestleMania, if you will. And I feel like with DIY, they've been under this type of pressure before, because the last time they challenged or defended the tag team titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match, take you guys back all the way back to 2016, I want to say 2016, where we saw DIY defeat the Revival in Toronto to win the NXT tag team titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match, which was won obviously by submission. So obviously, yes, DIY does have the upper hand in that department. But think about this: DIY has only been a tag team for like a minute. Whoop! Sorry guys, I kicked my tripod. Anyway, they've only been a team for only a few years, so a hot minute. Where as opposed to the Motor City Machine Guns, they've been a tag team for well over at least 10, 15, 20 years at best, dating back to their time in TNA. In fact, I actually want to take a look at that. Let's see. Motor City Machine Guns. Here we are. Motor City Machine Guns. Let's see. Actually dating back to their time in New Japan in a promotion called Pro Wrestling 01 back in 2006, and they had worked together on and off ever since. So they've had quite a few. They've had quite a few runs at as a tag team, but think about this. Think about all of their accomplishments. Think about how many tag team championships they have held throughout the years. They've held 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. 12. They have held 12 tag team championships, and they both held the TNA X Division championship, and both have held the TNA World Heavyweight Championship as well, and they won the 2008 Gauntlet for the Gold, which I believe was a tournament that they did. No, it was not. It was actually it was actually a sort of like a gauntlet match, if you will. It was like a combination of a gauntlet match with the Royal Rumble. So it was like two different match styles in one. But again, they've held so many tag team championships. They've held so many other championships all over the world that if you were to compare DIY to the Motor City Machine Guns, there's really no comparison. You know, Shelley and Sabin had been attacking for literally 20 years, and as far as DIY goes, they've only been attacking for a brief moment. In fact, let me see. Here we are, DIY. They've only been a tag team for literally half that time. So 10 years. Yes, they may have had a bit of a on and off rivalry, I guess if you will, but aside from that, I mean, there's really no comparison. You really can't compare the two. But it comes down to who has more pressure. Is it DIY or is it the Motor City Machine Guns? And again, it has to be the Machine Guns, because they've only been in WWE for only a few months, and instantly in their third match became tag team champions. So that says a lot about how overpushed, I guess would be the term, that WWE did on Shelley and Sabin, where as opposed to DIY, again, they were not meant to be in WWE, but yet they pushed, scratched, and clawed their way to make it to the top. And now look at what they've done. Both their former NXT champions, the former NXT tag team champions. Johnny Gargano is the first ever Grand Slam NXT champion, becoming the only 3-time North American champion ever in NXT history. And so just that alone, I mean, speaks for itself. And the fact that DIY has won 2 out of 3 falls in the past, obviously the Machine Guns still do have that added pressure. So I mean, I think because of that, I think my money has to go to DIY. If I was a betting man, if I was a betting man, I would put my money on DIY. I think just mostly because of the fact that they have more experience being a part of the WWE universe rather than the Machine Guns. So there's more pressure added on Shelley and Sabin than there is on DIY. But moving on from the tag team titles to the WWE title, and it is a ladder match between Kevin Owens and the champ himself, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Think about this, right? Last year, Kevin Owens challenged for the United States title. Last year, Cody Rhodes went back-to-back Rumble wins and was finally able to finish the story. Now, now it comes to this. And this all started right around Bash in Berlin, actually, when Kevin Owens lost his chance to be champion against Cody in Berlin, Germany. Interestingly enough, once Cody Rhodes decided to team with Roman, everything went downhill. But here's the thing. There's a big difference between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. There's one key difference, and that key difference is that Randy Orton understood why. He had a full understanding of why Cody Rhodes did what he did in, at Bad Blood in his hometown in Atlanta, and it was more, and it had nothing to do with Roman. It more so had to do with the fact that Cody Rhodes wanted to get his lick back against the new bloodline, for what they did to Kevin Owens, to Randy Orton, and to every other dude that Cody Rhodes has either been friends with or has a lot of respect for against the bloodline. And that's basically it. It had nothing to do with wanting to be Roman's friend or anything like that. It had nothing to do with it. It more so was getting payback at Solo Sikoa and the new bloodline. The way I see it, Kevin Owens is hella delusional, and this escalated very far not that long ago, literally about a month and a half ago, when Kevin Owens hit a pile driver onto Randy Orton, damn near breaking his neck. Now there have been some rumors that Randy Orton has been cleared and is planning to come back within the next month or so. I'm not sure if it's gonna be on the night of the Royal Rumble or this Saturday, or if it's gonna be something, or if it's gonna be on another night. No one knows. But I will say this. Kevin Owens is going to be in for a hell of a fight, as will Cody Rhodes. But if you look at what happened on Saturday night's main event last month, Kevin Owens literally hit a package pile driver onto Cody Rhodes, and there's a reason why those pile driver moves have been banned in WWE, is because it can literally end careers, and it could potentially end lives. Owen Hart, Stone Cold, Edge, John Cena, just to name a few. Those are some of the names that had their careers altered or ended, or their lives ended, if you will, because of a pile driver. And I'm kind of surprised that Cody Rhodes' career hasn't ended by a pile driver yet. But because that Cody Rhodes brought in the Winged Eagle WWE title, Kevin Owens staked claim to it, saying that he's the rightful champion. Yet Cody Rhodes is the champion. So they decided to say, fuck it, let's make this a ladder match. And so now it comes down to this, right? It comes down to who wants it more, Kevin Owens or Cody Rhodes. Crazy as it sounds, it has to be Cody Rhodes. He needs this more than anything else. And I think, looking at it on the surface, do I see Kevin Owens as champion again? absolutely, 100%. I 100% can see not Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens being a champion again. I can see it, but I don't think his time will be this Saturday. So with everything that's happened, obviously Cody Rhodes is gonna be coming in with anger and vengeance in his eyes, and he needs to channel that and take that out on Kevin Owens and just simply climb the ladder and retrieve both titles. So right now there's a lot of pressure added to Cody, more so because if he wins, now he has to deal with two roadblocks: the Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. Those are the two obstacles that he now has to deal with if he gets past Kevin Owens and the Royal Rumble, is the Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. After that, I mean, there's really no telling what can happen next. Excuse me. There's really no telling what will happen if Cody loses at the Royal Rumble. There's no telling what will happen if he loses inside the Elimination Chamber. There's no telling what will be next for him if he loses at WrestleMania. Only time will tell. But I will say, I think this is gonna be one hell of a ladder match, and it ain't gonna be pretty. I can guarantee you that it ain't gonna be pretty. But my money, I think has to be on Cody, in my honest opinion. But now we move into the men's and the women's Royal Rumble matches. Obviously, you guys all already know what's up. But if you guys are new to the channel and you guys have never watched a Royal Rumble match, the rules are very simple. Two superstars will start the match every 90 seconds. Another superstar enters, and this goes on until all 30 participants have entered. Eliminations occur when someone is thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, and the last one standing goes to WrestleMania. Now on the women's side, whoever wins the Royal Rumble has a choice to either select the Women's World Champion or the WWE Women's Champion. And as far as the men's side goes, it's either the WWE Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion. So here's the thing, right? On the women's side, you have such an incredible plethora of talent. You've got Nia Jax. You've got Bayley. You got Io Sky. You've got the tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. You've got oh my god, Ivy Nile. You've got the women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. You've got the women's U.S. Champion, Chelsea Green. There's Piper Niven, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. It literally is an all-star of female talent, and it's the same thing with the men's side. You've got Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Seth freaking Rollins. Who else can I name? Carmelo Hayes, who there was a video posted from last night after Raw went off the air. Apparently Carmelo Hayes said that he was going to enter the men's Royal Rumble match. There's A-Town Down Under, who apparently they're supposed to be competing in the men's Royal Rumble match. There's Chad Gable, there's Dirty Dom. There's a lot of talent. It is literally the most all-star Royal Rumble we will ever have in WWE history. And here's the thing, right? John Cena had won the Royal Rumble twice, 2008 and 2013. Obviously, we know that Roman Reigns won in 2015. So we know there's that. The interesting thing is that this will be Roman Reigns' first Royal Rumble match appearance since 2020. So it's been well over 5 years since he last competed in the Royal Rumble. So there's a lot of pressure added on him because of two things. Number one is the fact that he just regained his excuse me, his Ulafala, and so I know for a fact that he needs to win the Royal Rumble so he can face potentially Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Which, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind seeing Cody and Roman run it back for a third time. The only issue that I have is the fact that let's say that does happen, right? Let's say that happens. Is Roman Reigns gonna go back to his old ways, to the ways of yesteryear, or is he gonna be a man of honor and fight Cody Rhodes with that honor? No one knows. Yes, he may still be a babyface now, but that's what it comes down to. And as far as John Cena goes, this is going to be his last appearance in the Royal Rumble match. In fact, I think the last time, aside from this one, he hasn't competed in the Royal Rumble match, I think, since 2008. Funny enough, since 2018. Since 2018, and interestingly enough, he was a full-time talent from 2002 to 2017. Once we got past WrestleMania 33, which was in Orlando, he went part-time. He legit went part-time because he had media, he had movies, and he had TV shows to work on throughout that whole time. Now, this year, his whole schedule is wide open. He's gonna be showing up damn near every single week, and honestly, I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be incredible to see John Cena show up and compete against the best that we have now. But again, it comes down to who wants it more on both ends of the Royal Rumble spectrum, both the men's and the women's. And crazy as it sounds, I feel like it's CM Punk that needs the victory more than anything else. And on the women's side, it has to be, and this might sound crazy. Okay, this might sound crazy, so hear me out. As crazy as it sounds, I feel like it should be. As crazy as it sounds, I think it should be Charlotte Flair. And the only reason why I say Charlotte Flair is because we have not seen her since War Games in 2023. Yeah, it's been that long. It's been almost 2 years since we last saw Charlotte Flair. That was the last time we saw her, and at that time she had dealt with a knee injury, and she was gone for a very, very long time. So ring rust, obviously, yes, will come into play, but if she can manage to dust off the ring rust, she can definitely pull it off, no problem. So with her, she could potentially challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title, which that right there is a dream match. You've got two athletically gifted superstars in both Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. That right there is a dream match right there. So I wouldn't mind seeing it. As far as CM Punk goes, if he wins, yes, he could theoretically choose Cody Rhodes, but I don't know if he wants that, because he was already WWE champion, and the run was perfectly fine. So what about the World Heavyweight Championship? Why not? Why not go after that? The way I see it, CM Punk needs it more than anything else, because if he loses this Rumble, there's really no telling what will be next for CM Punk. There really isn't. But I'm very curious of what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below your predictions on the Royal Rumble, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and of course make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.